Alright, so this is going to be a video on switch statements in C++. So a switch statement is something that executes one of the several cases you program into this based on the expression you feed in. Otherwise it goes to the default case. So let's get started right away, and the first thing we're going to do is type in switch, and then we need parentheses and we need parentheses and an expression right here. So let's type in, let's say, A, and then we are going to put some curly braces in, and then we can start typing in cases. So you can do case 0, for example, and then you put a colon, and then you'll type in something like, let's say, cout alpha or something like that, right? And then you put break after every case. This is very important for this switch statement to work. And then you put like another case, you can put that, so you can say cout bravo this time. And then you can also put in a default case. Forgot the break statement right there. And then for the default case, all you do is type default in this time. And right here, the case 0 and case 1. So it's only 0 and 1 just because I'm gonna make A an integer. So if the user types in 0, it's going to do this. If the user types in 1, it's going to do that. If the user types in anything besides those two numbers, it's going to go to the default case. So let's make the default case say cout unknown. And then the end L is just a new line. And then break again. And then we finish it off with closing the curly brace. So this has completed our switch statement. So now we just need to define int A up here. Let's say equals 0 to initialize, and then cin A, and then we're gonna put a semicolon to terminate that line. Okay, so now we have something which inputs a number from the user, and if it's 0 or 1, it's going to say alpha. If it's 0 and 1, if it's bravo. Otherwise it's going to say unknown. So that is what our program is expected to do. We can test this now by pressing run. So the program is running now and it's wanting an input, so let me type in let's say 0. Okay, so it says alpha. So we know the switch statement is working. We can run again and test out its other parts. So let's try 1 this time, and bravo. So this code is definitely working so far. Let's test out a number that is unknown. Let's say 178. So it says unknown. Okay, so that's basically the gist of switch statements. Now there is one extra thing. If you want two cases to be the same, what you can do is take out this break statement. So we can just backspace and delete case 0. So now case 0 will be the exact same as case 1, because you can think of it as if the program or the code is falling, like falling levels in a building or something like that. So every time it hits the break, it gets out of this, so then it's done, right? It does whatever was in that case. But if it doesn't see a break like in this, or if there's no code in that case at all, then it just simply falls to the next case until it hits a break statement. So now case 0 is effectively the same as case 1. So we can test this. If I press run right here, and then I type in 0 again now, it's not going to produce alpha as it did previously. Now it will produce bravo. So enter, and we see right here it did produce bravo right there. So that's useful. Instead of repeating the same code in 2 places, you can have it do that if you want to. So yeah, that's basically how you use switch statements, and hope that helped.